you are living the results of your decisions. You are living the results of your decisions. In our previous session, I was telling you guys that the mind is the gateway to life. That everything makes its entry and exit through the mind. And I was telling you that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your decisions. And the quality of your decisions is determined by the quality of your mind. And the quality of your mind is determined by the quality of the information you consume. See, if we compare the human mind to that of a newborn baby, we would see that the most important thing to a baby is feeding. A baby derives its nourishment and growth from feeding. So is the human mind. The quality of your mind is determined by the quality of information you feed it. In ICT, we call something garbage in, garbage out. The human mind can only process information. So the information you put into your mind affects your decision. Therefore, if you want to make good quality decisions, you first have to change the information you consume. Some few months ago, I came to a crossroad in my life. I had to make some very important and critical decisions in my life. And if I get these decisions right, maybe I could have moved on to another stage in life. See, I got some cash. And I was thinking about how do I make good use of this cash that I've got. So I had some ideas. I said, why not use this cash to get an office, employ some staff, and push the business? Got another idea. Why not put this cash into getting a car, so that in the process of marketing the business, the car would give me some form of formality? Why not use the cash to get a drive to own? So I could use like 45% of this cash to get a drive to own car from these fleet companies. Then I'll pay it over a period of years. So I did my research into getting office and staff. Figured out it was so expensive. I would use like 90% of the cash to get an office, and then I'll have to be faced with paying staff. So I got that option out of my head. Thought about getting my own car and then registering myself with these fleet or ride-hailing companies like Uber, Yango, and Bolt. It was a good idea. We could use the car for the business and use ride on the hailing apps to generate some capital. Good idea. Did my research on these fleet companies and I realized they were spiking the prices of these cars. 4 times the actual price, 3 times the actual price. So it was not a good idea. So I took this out, and I was left with this idea. Now I took this idea to my business mentor, Mr. Charles Hene Edu. Now he looked over my idea carefully and he said, "Ima, how much cash do you have?" I said, "Boss, this is the amount I have." He said, "Ima, what's your net worth?" I said, "Boss, it's the same amount. If you take away this amount, my net worth is 0. He looked at my idea very carefully and he said, "Ima, don't buy a car." He said, "A car is not an asset. And worst of all, you are about to use your entire net worth to get a car. Ima, don't get a car." I didn't listen. In my ill-informed mind, in my unexperienced mind, the idea sounded so brilliant. I could get this car, use it to market my business, and ride on Uber or Yango or Bolt and make extra income. So brilliant an idea. So I went ahead, I got the car. The problem is, I got an old car. Did my registrations with some of these ride-hailing apps. Both rejected my car. Uber rejected my car because it was an old car. For some reasons I cannot explain, Yango approved my car. So I started driving on Yango. The first week, the car broke down 4 times. In the first week. So I had to call a mechanic. We pushed the car to a workshop. We worked on the car for the first 3 days. Picked it up on the 4th day. The car broke down 2 days after I picked it up. It seemed like after every 2 to 3 days, the car had to break down because it was an old car. Big mistake. Now 90% of that cash had gone into getting this old car. Now I couldn't keep up with fuel. I couldn't keep up with maintenance. So I had no option but to sell the car. Now the decision to sell the car, I couldn't sell it at the price I got it. I sold it like 30% lower than I bought it. The power of a decision. See, you cannot live a better life than your decisions. The quality of your decisions reflects the quality of life you have. You are exactly where you have decided to be. In whatever situation you find yourself, in whatever life circumstance you find yourself, you have allowed yourself to decide to be there. Because the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your decisions. The power of a decision. Now, whenever you make a decision, you get rid of uncertainty. The root definition of the word decision means to cut off. Before you make a decision, you have options, you have choices. But the moment you come to a decision, you get rid of uncertainty. Now, whenever you get rid of uncertainty, what you are left with is direction. So I was torn between getting an office, getting a car, or driving for a fleet company. Now, the moment I chose to get the car, spent almost 99% of the cash, this option was gone. This option was gone. I was stuck with this. Uncertainty is gone. Now so you choose between the three. The moment you make a choice, you get rid of uncertainty. That's the power of a decision. A decision cuts away your options. That is why you have to choose wisely. You have to decide wisely. Because a decision gives direction to your life. It takes away the uncertainty and it gives you the ability to commit to a direction. Decision. Number 2, direction. A decision will always lead you to a destination. So if the decision you are making is uneducated, it's uninformed, it's not well scrutinized, your destination will let you know whether you have made a right or a wrong decision. So direction. To every decision carries with it a direction. Number 3. After every decision, an action will be released. After every decision, the decision must be invested into an activity. So whether your decision was made consciously or unconsciously, you begin to act according to the decisions you have made. Whether consciously or unconsciously. You are the living result of your decisions. If your life is not where you planned for it to be, check your decisions. If the quality of the decisions you are making is not where you want your life to be heading towards, check your mind. And if your mind is ill, is poor, and is so uninformed, that gives you poor decisions, check the information you consume. Because information is the raw material through which we form our mental philosophy. And our mental philosophy is the driving wheel behind all the decisions we make. And the decision is behind the direction towards all the destinations we are heading towards. So when you check your information, you can now draft a good mental philosophy to affect the quality of your decision towards a better life. For you are living the results of your decision.